I think we might have a go at drawing this beautiful Banksia. One thing you should always do when you do drawings of these types of things from nature is draw them bigger than they actually are. It's much easier to draw something much bigger. So I'm going to use the full sheet of paper here just to draw a very light outline of the shape, the overall shape. It's got a kind of a knobbly bit on the top here. And now I've got the whole page covered with some light outlines. I'm going to start making some lines with repetition of some of those shapes that we saw and we practiced earlier. I'm kind of looking backwards and forwards with my eyes to try and see where that repetition of shape is happening. It's a jagged edge on some parts of it. I'll keep going with this a little bit later, but as you can see up the top here, it's a bit different. Can you see on here, there are some little repeated dotty type shapes here. So I'm going to do what we practiced before, doing some light ones, doing some thick ones, repeating of that pattern of little round circles that we can see over here. I might turn the pencil on its edge and do a little bit of shading to get some texture and shade in this darker part, which is over here. So I'm going to just roughly draw that in and make that a bit darker. Keep going with the patterns here. Repeating those shapes, those curved shapes. I'm kind of just looking at it generally, not getting too worried about being super exact about where I'm drawing. I'm trying to just get the basic shapes to make it look a little bit like what we can see here now, the Banksia. Some of you may know some stories about Banksia men and women. There we are. So what I'm doing now is I'm starting to look at the light and the shade. If you look into here, it's much darker than it is on the tips of those little shapes in here. I'm just re-showing where the edge of the Banksia is. There's a big one down the bottom there, big curve. And I'm using my pencil quite quickly, kind of roughly, to see if I can show some of the shapes and the repetition of pattern happening here. In between, if I look carefully in here, there's actually some other little patterns happening in here as well.